You want to know how, how wide your seam allowance is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to line it up. So set this down, start sewing. Close it down.
This is speed,
Yep, here's our speed.
and that's our size over there.
Here's our size, yep.
Okay.
And then if you hit the scissors,
Uh-huh,
it'll cut the thread for you.
okay,
So then you're done.
okay.
So over here, if you get to the machines and they don't look like this, say they're down here for some reason, you're gonna push this button. That's the standard stitch size. You're gonna push this button, and it's gonna make your stitches longer. If you mess up, go back down, or simply push this button again. It'll start it all over again, and then just go up. And you can adjust that to see whatever you feel like works best.
Okay.
I don't know what else to tell you. Do you have other questions?
You said when we get to the end, we should overrun the seam.
Yeah, I would
Like
sew
about
over.
an inch or
Yeah, I would sew over
About
where
a-
you started. I
about an
wouldn't
inch.
backstitch.
sew over where I started, we said.
Yeah, so
Okay.
this is a backstitch, but I wouldn't backstitch these dresses, especially if you're gonna have to rip them out.
Okay, so no back stitching, just
No.
over sew the hem
Right,
about an inch.
right.
You're gonna load it up with a couple of bobbins of black. We need
And I'll
to,
have threaded with black, so just bring in as much black thread.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you're gonna probably use an entire spool of black thread just to fill a bobbin, if
okay,
that gives you an idea. So if you have 6 or 7 spools of black thread,
Mm-hmm.
that's, 5 machines with black thread, and that's 2 spools to fill bobbins. Because I can fill like a bobbin or 2 per machine, I think.
okay,
I'll figure out a way to do that. Yeah, all the machines have bobbins, yeah. Let's see. I don't, what else what else do you have questions on?
okay. So to make it start sewing,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you turn the machine on, we'll start there. So when you turn the machine on, it's gonna look like this,
okay,
and it's green. Green means it'll go.
okay,
When you lift up the presser foot,
Right.
if I tried to sew,
okay,
it'll do that, and it'll tell you what to do. It'll say,
Okay.
lower the foot presser,
okay,
or the presser foot. So lower the presser foot, it's green, you'll keep going, you sew. It's just like a car, the faster. Now, this is floored all the way to the bottom, but this is controlling
Limiting
the
you.
speed. Right,
Okay,
that's
sure.
limiting you. So then I'm done. If I push this button, my needle will go up. If I push this button, it'll cut my thread. And then I lift this up, and I take it away, and I'm done. And then I can start the next piece of fabric.
okay. I've got a basic question.
Sure.
So I thought that this lifted the needle up and down.
This is the presser foot. This does the presser
Oh,
foot.
that's the presser foot.
This does the needle.
Oh, that's the
here.
needle, okay,
It'll go down, it'll go up.
okay.
You can also do it over here. On
Okay.
this, it's called the flywheel.
But that takes a long time, okay.
Uh-huh.
But when you talked about loading this all up and following all these lines, this had to be in the middle, and did this have to be up?
Right. So this so here, we'll do that again. So when you're threading the machine, and you get down to here, and you put it through 6 like that, and then over to 7, and then up around the corner, right?
Right,
This needle has to be in the upright position. This is up. So I'll push the needle down,
okay,
and then I'll go like this. Now it's at the highest position
okay,
it can
it's in
be.
the upright position.
Then I push 9.
And it has to be in the middle, too.
Has to be in the middle, and I push 9, and
And
it
it
threaded
threads
it. Now I just have to go through and pull that loop through. And if you want to tuck it under your foot, you can.
Okay, I see, okay, good,
But if you didn't tuck it under your foot, life would go on.
okay,
Yep, and then you'd be ready to
Okay.
sew.
all right,
And if you're sewing and you forgot to change this,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like I started sewing, but I didn't change it, then just stop what you're doing.
and go ahead and
sew.
change it,
Anytime you're making a change about the needle or anything, it's best to have the needle up.
okay.
Because if it's in the machine like this and I try to push these buttons, it wants to force the machine, you know what I mean? And it
It'll
can't.
pull the needle around.
Yeah, it'll pull the needle around.
So that
So,
lifts
yeah.
the needle up, okay,
Right. Don't sew over a pin
okay,
because you'll break a needle.
okay,
I don't know, that's about it.
okay.